Hello RuneScape fans, Vamoria here with another quick lore video. This week we're going to be looking at the Sea Slug quests, a set of quests heavily inspired by H.P. Lovecraft that involve brain slugs possessing hapless villagers, magic from hundreds of years ago, and a mysterious sea beast that can't help but be associated with Cthulhu, whatever pronunciation. With no restraint on spoilers, I'll be walking you through the members' quests, Sea Slug, the Slug Menace, Kennith's Concerns, and Salt in the Wound. The Sea Slug quest is started by talking to a lady known as Caroline who lives in Witchhaven, a small village located just southeast of Ardoyne. She explains that her husband Kent is a fisherman and works on a nearby fishing platform. It was seemingly bring your kid to work day, so her son Kennith is also with him, but where normally they'd write back to her, she hasn't heard anything from either of them for a week, and the Gielinorian version of Twitter is down. Concerned, she asks the player to find out what's going on. With the help of a boatman known as Holgart, the adventurer arrives at the fishing platform to find that the fishermen aboard the platform are walking and talking weirdly, bar one, the keeper known as Bailey. Also, there's a bunch of gross slug creatures squelching about all over the place. Bailey explains that the slugs were pulled up in a recent catch and seemingly have mind-controlling abilities, as evidenced by the fishermen. What happens is the slugs attach themselves to the head of the host creature, and the creature then becomes a thrall for the slug. I say creature because the sea slug's powers don't only work on humans, but on penguins too. You can watch a video of mine where I explain that. You find Kennith hiding, and he explains that his dad left the platform to try and get help. Kent is then found stranded on an island after his boat proved not to be very seaworthy. Together, you agree to go and save Kennith from the platform. Once back there, one of the slug-controlled fishermen prevents your passage, so Bailey reveals that the slugs are adverse to heat, a fact that the adventurer exploits in order to save Kennith with a massive crane. Quest complete. The Slug Menace can be started by talking to Certification, who's sitting on his usual bench in Falador Park. He requests that the player investigate some strange goings-on in Witchhaven as part of the adventurer's role in the Temple Knights, a secret order of Saradomin supporters that was founded during the Third Age. If you'd like to know more about this secretive organisation, then don't worry, I'll explore their history in a future video. Now back to the quest, and the player is told to meet up with Colonel Jake O'Neill and handed an improved version of the Temple Knight's comm-orb, a device used for communication. It's never stated explicitly, but some have theorised that the comm-orb also comes with the Instagram app already installed. After the adventurer makes her way back to Witchhaven, Colonel O'Neill explains that some of the villagers have started acting kinda weird, mainly Mayor Hobb. He recommends that you talk to the mayor, a village priest named Maledict, and Holgart, the fisherman from the previous quest. Now talking to the mayor, who is unsurprisingly sluggard, reveals the presence of a nearby Saradominus shrine that Colonel O'Neill suggests you investigate. After a short spelunking, a large imposing door is found adorned with unusual glyphs. Savant, the Oracle from Batman type character of the Temple Knights, slides into your DMs via the comm-orb to explain that she recognises the glyphs from her time as a trainee. She suggests that you go and visit Joral, a well-respected historian that features in a couple of the quests, so that he can translate them. Joral explains that the glyphs make mention of a great battle between the Temple Knights and the creature known as the Mother Mallum, Queen of the Sea Slugs. You again meet up with O'Neill, who suggests asking Brother Maledict about the Mother Mallum. When you get to the church, it becomes clear that the priest is now slugged. He hands you a book that details the spell used to keep the Slug Queen trapped, but states that 3 of the pages are missing. And once these pages are replaced, the adventurer makes their way back to the shrine door in order to bolster the spell. Instead, it is revealed that the mayor tricked you into opening the door and releasing Mother Mallum, who threatens to make you her new host. Before the player's brain gets slapped up Gelf style, Savant makes a save and teleports you safely to Falador Park. The quest is then complete. Kennith's Concerns is started by talking to Kennith, the boy from Sea Slug, who unsurprisingly is in Witchhaven. He explains that the villagers are acting all mind-controlled again and have started excavating near to the shrine from the previous quest, so wants you to investigate. When spoken to at the shrine about their work, the villagers just explain that what they're doing will be a surprise and that the adventurer cannot enter as they're an outsider. It's a local shrine for local people, okay? When you get back to Kennith, he no longer cares about the sea slugs and instead just kind of wants his parents, who are missing for some reason. The adventurer finds Kenneth's parents acting sheepish by the Witchhaven church. Kent hands you a note that says Witchhaven is not a safe place to talk and to meet him near the Legends Guild where it is. When you do, Kent explains that Kenneth has been acting increasingly irrationally recently and may be looking to enact revenge on a New Galen town known as Kimberly, who was responsible for losing Kenneth's toy train. Because he's concerned for the little girl, Kent asks you to check in with her. You find Kimberly safe and sound in her house. She explains that she's doing okay but wants to see her parents, who have gone missing, and that she's scared of the banging and digging noises that are coming from the ground beneath her house. At this point, several villagers turn up and try to break into the house, but are stopped by the adventurer. The two of you confront Kenneth about what's going on, but he denies having anything to do with the villagers, the digging, or her parents going missing. Because Kenneth's a slimy little creep, Kimberly doesn't believe him and takes you to visit the coincidentally named fishing store owner, Ezekiel Lovecraft. Like H.P. Lovecraft, oh, direct reference. He states categorically that the shrine has been extended directly under Kimberly's house by the villagers, and that as he's considered a villager, he can help the adventurer get into the tunnel. As the player ninjas their way through the tunnels, you see villagers controlled by sea slugs digging and have to dodge them, unless you want to be smacked upside the head. In the final room you find Kenneth, who reveals that it was him all along, that he enslaved the villagers and kidnapped Kimberly's parents. For some reason, he also has Kimberly trapped in an inescapable energy bubble and won't let her go until his toy train is returned, because let's not forget what this quest is about. All this high fantasy and Lovecraft-esque creepiness is because of a missing Thomas toy. Kim tells the adventurer where Kenneth's toy train is located, and once this is found and returned to its rightful owner, Kenneth calms the hell down and releases the villagers, Kimberly and her parents from his grasp. Not before mentioning something about the Queen coming for the player. That's the end of the quest. The final quest in this series has you run into Kenneth again, but this time he's no longer interested in toy trains, but has become interested in puberty, as he has aged at an amazing rate and is now fully grown. He's in contact with Circation and wants your help to stop the sea slugs once and for all by helping him to prepare a serum that can reverse the mind control effect of the Mother Mallum. After agreeing, he teleports in Ezekiel and Eva, who is revealed to be Circation's niece. The group take a small wander into Demonheim to retrieve one of the ingredients for the potion from a dead seeker and then make their way to the fishing platform. This is when you find that Bailey has now been slugged after successfully staving them off for the previous 3 quests. Thrall Bailey is tricked into giving some blood, which is the second ingredient in the potion, and the last ingredient needed is a live sea slug, which is fished right there and then. With the potion complete, the team make their way through the Slug Citadel puzzles and eventually confront Mother Mallum. The Slug Queen rejects her current host, a girl known as Lucy, in order to take control of the player. Ezekiel, Kenneth and Eva manage to work together and slay the Queen in the most epic of ways ever. They drop a statue on her. It just goes to show that no matter whether you're Isaac Newton or a mystical mind-controlling sea beast, you're still gravity's bitch. With the Queen dead, all of the affected humans return to normal as the sea slugs die and Lucy, the previous host, expires of exhaustion. Quest complete. And that is that. What a gripping tale of mind control, cosmic mysticism and gravitational forces. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. You can also subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. If I got anything wrong, then come shout at me on Twitter here, but with all of that said though, thank you very much for watching.